Greetings. Chaos and Mayhem time. Hi, Hatura. Everything's currently loading, so we're sitting on the main screen at the moment. Well, the starting screen. And yes, I am playing Vintage Story today. Yes, I am playing it by myself. No, I have no idea what I'm doing. This is also the first stream at my new desk, so forgive me if I don't see chat or anything. I am not used to where chat is now. My entire layout has changed. And I kind of broke my VTuber program. The redeems no longer work, and I need to figure out how to do that. Hey, I got a new desk. And admittedly, I probably could have set it up the other way so that the shelves were next to me, not right next to my leg. But I like this. I need to go back over here, change the status to live. Radio, let's jump over to the game world. And we're going with our last selected because I like this setup. We are going to go as a commoner because why not? And I currently don't have audio. That is an issue. Give me a moment. Okay. I think I might have broken something. There we go. I fixed it. My mixer had just gone wonky. Right. Ooh. Resin. That's not a bad thing. I have several mods on that kind of change trees up a little bit, but we'll go from there. Okay. Oh, there's more resin up there, but I can't tag it at the moment. So we're going to gather these sticks. And that worm. Peridot stones, cool. Oh, flint. Right, let's get our knife sorted. I am sorry that there's not background audio as in music at the moment, but we should eventually get there. Peridot. Yeah. We have... Oh, we're on an island. That's going to be interesting. So let's go towards this small lake we see on our mini-map. Is there any cattails here? Yes. So let's get our cattail harvest. We'll probably grab the roots before we leave this island, but need to make sure we're ready to leave the island. The problem with island life is resource scarcity. Well, I suppose it also depends on the island size, but yeah. Alright. Fly agaric. Yeah, no, we're not harvesting that mushroom. I rather like living. Okay, we got 34 cattails. So that's 3 baskets if we want, once we decide to do the baskets. Actually, we probably should do them right now. Oh, here is a thing from a mod, which is one of the reasons why we needed to do the baskets, but still. Okay, native golden quartz, rice seeds, cabbage, a stick, maple, flax, gold, pineapple, carrot, birch. Okay. Are there any more on this tree? No. So we are going to take note of this tree. Definitely not going to cut it down because stuff sometimes respawns in these. Oh, I know. Oh, hey. Another hollow. With rice seeds this time. Peanut, pine, maple. Yeah, so we could potentially work on this island and use the hollows as a way of getting some of the various seeds and such. Like cassava, more maple. a larch seed, which we can't do anything with, and a rusty gear. Salt seeds. Let's go through this pine tree over here and pick up that larch seed before it plants itself again. We also have the issue of, I don't think we have a trader on this island. Oh, okay. There are a lot of trees with hollows in them. Do we have another area where we can get cattails? Another 2 areas we can check. Up there and down there. And that actually might be a trader. Oh, we have a walnut tree. Lingonberry plants. Honestly, we don't need the earthworm at the moment. Murph! Jess!
Oops, Snoot.
Jess, thank you for the resubscription for 58 months. I hope you're doing well. Okay, we have dog rose bushes, which edible bush, or edible berry bush thing. Like, Hidra, if I decide to cut down the trees, I am going to be keeping all the ones with the hollows and the brain resin. Okay, no cattails up here, but more edible berries, sea berries this time. Yeah, we're probably going to have to make a raft, which means we need to sort out more inventory stuff. Which is why we're looking for cattails. Again, I do have another couple of options we could use instead of cattails, but they require a bit more effort. Barony vine. Native silver, so there's quartz below us. Now, does this one have cattails around it? No. Okay, so we're going to have to go the longer, more difficult route. Which is going to require us to get these birch canes. Which I am going to put down here so that I have a better track record of where they are. And then we're going to have to find some vines or something like that so that we can create rope. The third option is we swim. We just pick a direction and start swimming. Yeah, I'd say I've got a supportive community. I might not stream all that often or as much as I should, but yeah, I've been streaming on and off for, at least 5 years now. Haven't been able to find the exact time of my first stream, but yeah, it's been at least 5 years now. It helps that I usually play games with friends or games with Twitch integration, but this is just something different to break up some of the monotony. Because sometimes when you play the same game all the time, it just feels like you're doing the same thing with no differences. Even if you can play it 1,000 different ways. Jess has been really supportive over the time I've been streaming. I've made many wonderful friends, I've lost a few friends, but in the end, I'm doing something I enjoy. Now, I didn't notice any of these trees having vines on them, which is unfortunate. Oh, there's more cattails. Cool. We will put that down there. You'll get the, I think it's 5 ropes I need, which is 6 cattails each. Usually my staple game that I go to play is RimWorld with Twitch integration. But I play Space Engineers, I play games with friends, I play shooters. I play generally whatever's caught my fancy at the time. I play various sim games, not so much racing sim, but various sim games all the same. We did not get enough cattails there to make all of the rope we need. Is there another spot with cattails that I missed? I have played Call of Duty on stream a couple of times, but I get frustrated. I'm not gonna lie, I get frustrated. I much more enjoy the games where I get to sit here and talk with chat and figure out what's going on. Just need 4 more cattails. Is that too much to ask, game? I just turn the chat off and usually play it with friends or something like that. I've played a bit of Delta Force, I've played a bit of Wild Assault. I've played a few different shooters. Looks like we are unfortunate and do not have enough cattails to get us off this island the way I wanted. Oh, there's olivine and quartz. That'll be good to note for future, I guess. Ah, thank you, Jupe Websty. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the Outpost in the Middle of Chaos and Mayhem. I hope you enjoy your stay. We are just going to pick a direction to start swimming in, and I think we're going to go east. Not the most enjoyable start, but we're getting there. Actually, we should have gone south. There is another landmass just to the south. Oh. We found a bit of copper on here. We found some quartz. We found some olivine, which will get us green glass if we could mine it. And there we go. New landmass to the south. And it's looking fairly large. That's a fruit tree there, which we might as well go mark. Actually, that looks like 1, 2, maybe 3 fruit trees. Cool. We have a wild apple tree, another walnut tree, and I was slightly wrong. We only got 2 fruit trees. Do I feel it's a little bit cheaty having trees that have items in it? Maybe a little bit, but especially when they do that. Kapok, bald cypress.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hello. Amaranth seeds. More pine resin. Oh, trader. It is An artesian trader. Do we have anything they want? No. Do they have anything we want? Not really at this stage. And it's going to start getting dark in game soon, so first we'll make a extinguished torch, place it on the ground, get some more grass, give ourselves a light source. I do indeed. Just give me a moment. I admit it's not all that active, but I communicate with a lot of people in several other places. Okay, we're coming up on our first ruin of the game. But first, let's get ourselves some extra food. And some more seeds. Okay, we've got bony soil here. Got a stump. Metal spikes. Does not look like we've got a cracked vessel on the surf. Oh no, never mind. Food vessel. Flex grain. Better than nothing. Let's see if we can find a nice spot to settle. Somewhere not too far from water, because we're currently not going to be able to move any water for planting reasons. And I want to be able to catch fish. Thank you very much. Okay, amaranth, larch. Still got the larch on us. We've got carrot seeds, we've got cabbage. And now we've got some turnip seeds. And I just need to move something because I noticed it's covering the mini-map. There we go. We'll drop that down there for the moment. I don't want to jump into too much water with this torch because it will go out, and we tossed our fire starter to get food before. This terrain is not looking very nice for us at the moment. And being honest, we don't want to set up in the forest. That's either a wolf or a bear that just spawned behind us. Let's see, what do we have down here? A path that's going to get us stuck because that chest has got nothing in it. And there's a tree right there. I will take a look at that after stream. Okay. Hawthorn tree. Pine tree with resin. Blackcurrant bush. Ripe. Let's get us some food. Get some food in us. Pick them back up. More resin, which is nice to be able to find all of this so far. Admittedly, I have never gotten far enough that resin is really needed. Let's see. I think the terrain looks more favorable back the way we came. Red apple tree, pink apple tree. These will be good to check in the future. Really don't want to be running through the forest at night, but that's what we're doing. Red currant bush. Okay. Got a few days grace before the drifters start to spawn, but that does not mean hostile wild animals don't spawn. Okay. This is looking to be kind of promising. Will I build anything pretty in this? Probably not, but do I ever build anything pretty in games? Maybe once or twice. When no one's looking. Okay. This terrain is looking kind of favorable. Aside from what I'm going to assume is a lot of bushes and foliage on the ground. But I kind of like the look of that over there. That looks to be a ridge line with a sort of valley in there. Yeah, I can take note of the peat that is there. And we're just going to follow this around for the moment. keeping an eye out for any ores on the ground and all that where we can. Not that it's easy during the darkness, but okay, we've got our cliff there. Oh, onions and rye. We are currently needing food, so we're going to punch the rye, snack on the grain. Grab this onion, snack on that. Which is reminding me of a book series. A book, not a book series. Brain. I can't remember who it's by, but basically just digging a camp of people having to dig a bunch of holes. Oh, hey, ducks. And one of them ends up eating a lot of onion after running away. But that's about all I can remember of it. Okay. I was slightly wrong. This is not the kind of caldera shape I was thinking. It's just a straight raise up. Like, we could sit up here and have a set of stairs and all that going down to the water to make it easier to get fish. This is a worry because drifters and such will come out of this. But let's take a quick exploration. We might find something interesting. Well, we found something interesting. Do we have a way of getting in there? No, because it's on the other side. Well, yes, but no. Edge crate, junk metal, collapsed chest. Oh, malachite. But we won't grab that just yet. I suppose if we lit this up, it would probably stop the drifters, but we don't have the supplies to do that at the moment. So, we still want to smash a whole bunch of these to get the, well, canes, but that was a nice find. We have a bit of a forest over there, so we're probably going to have wolves and bears spawning, or other nasties. But it could be worse. almost have enough of these to make things a little bit easier. Actually, do we have enough? Yes, cool. Lingonberries, which we need some food. So I think we will continue heading over this way, because I think there's a ruin we can investigate. Cranberry bushes. They'll be good to clip the branches of to make our own cranberry bush farm. Okay. Got bony soil. I really don't think I want to go down here too much, but we're going to take a quick look. We might want to come down here when we're better equipped. Especially as I just seen all those red dots spawn. Yeah. We're not pushing our luck. So that's a cave full of nope at the moment. However, I think we will mark this and try to be nearby. Now, I'm not sure if I did something wrong with mod setups or anything like that, but I currently can't pan. Well, I can pan for stuff, but I don't get any loot from it. So panning is out of the question. But because I'm running mods, I have a feeling it was probably because the mods broke something. Hello. This is looking like a shallow sandbar we can walk across. Did I see... No, that's just a tree type. Okay. Get flax fibers. But that won't particularly help at this point in time because we won't get enough. It would give us the flax grain, which we could eat, but you know, this island doesn't look too bad. So it's even got some resident chickens on it. So yeah, we could do that. Hey Naria. I've just started. But I may have broken things with a few mods. where multiple trees have multiple. Some trees have multiple hollows in them that give me items. I mean, we started over there. We've explored part of this. Admittedly, we're having issues with food again, but that's where we stick the gear down, harvest things. I mean, I could see converting that island into a base, but I feel like it would be a bit more of a challenge than I'm willing to do at the moment. Not that I don't want a challenge, it's just brain. I'm not breaking things so much at the moment, I'm just exploring. Trader there. Lots of problems there because of wild animal spawns. I don't want to be a contemporary snack for a bear or a wolf, let alone a pack of wolves. Let's see if we can spot something behind that. Because at least this time we won't be running around on the craggy ground. I mean, I could sit up here. I don't think that's supposed to be like that, but game be game. No, we could probably sit up over there and it would be fairly decent. Once we get a raft, gives us a bit more travel. Yeah, I think I'm going to sit up over there instead. Which means we're near a whole bunch of cattails. I don't think I put any magic stuff in it, but well, there's a few potions, but I think that's about it. Right. So we are going to head to the tip of the yeah, actually, this looks like a decent spot for the on the crab claw. Okay. We've got primitive survival and a few other mods like that as well. Now, I need to do this. Throw my knife in there. Grab a couple of those. just for that extra bit of storage. However, they only contain 3 slots. Well, 6 slots, not 8. Brain. I swear I can math. I swear I can English. Okay. We've got our sticks on us. Grab our limited flint supply. And let's get us an axe head. And hello, Skizzers.
Work, work, work.
How you doing?
Alive.
That's good. And I think just a couple of spearheads should help. So what have you been up to, Skizzers?
Besides 511,
Yes, besides 511.
um, besides sneezing, I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 as usual.
Yeah, my sub has run out for that, and I don't have the funds to get myself a new one.
Understand.
Ah! I got bit by a snake. I'm sorry. This is probably really bad for everyone watching. That snake did not like me picking up the stone. I guess I should...
Floof.
Nah. The funny thing is, for me at the moment, I had to decide between playing this or putting a model kit together.
Like what?
Playing Vintage Story or putting a model kit together.
Oh.
I have a Zoid's gun sniper sitting, waiting for me to put it together.
See.
And there's another one on the way, from what I remember. Okay.
Yeah, I supposedly have a board game on the way. It was supposed to be here yesterday, but they still have yet to even give it to the shipper.
So, the one thing I am noticing... Never mind. That's probably clay right there. I was about to say, I don't have clay. I don't have very good soil near me. So that's problematic.
Again, I blame Floof.
I blame the seed.
Okay, I blame the seed on Floof.
Let's make a little shack out of dirt. Well, rammed dirt, but dirt all the same. do that for the really crappy door that I'll be putting in. This is really not the greatest starting building, but
Gotta start somewhere.
yeah. Crude door. 2 logs and 3 sticks. Cool. Everything I have. And an axe, but that goes without saying. Now I guess I have a shack with a view. There's not a bad view. Hey, Topher. I have no idea what I'm doing, besides building. Surviving it. Repairing a door that broke after 1 use. There's my bed, which I'm going to throw there. Now, throw a marker for home, pin it, and make it, I don't know, a bright cyan.
Why not make it pink?
I don't know. Because I randomly clicked on the cyan first. Is this saying let's make it a random? Oh, hey, turnip seeds. More turnips. Okay, we have cranberry bushes, seaberry bushes, medium fertility soil over here. Wine caps. And the shovel broke.
I must say that
That
Gutter sure talks big when he's not the one streaming. Yeah, his comment about breaking things as usual, or you breaking things as usual. Usually it's Gutter breaking things.
sometimes, yeah.
Is that right? I was trying to act all innocent.
We're just over here collecting some adequate soil. And then we're going to have to deal with planting on it and making sure that animals can't get at it.
one question I have is, does Gutter realize this is not Minecraft?
Probably.
He asked, does this contain magic or is it a realism pack?
I mean, I could have installed Rustbound Magic.
So there is magic mods for Vintage Story. It's been so long since I've gone and messed with Vintage Story and modding that it's not even funny.
Yeah. A lot of mods have broken, a lot of mods haven't broken.
You know if the Golden Wolf is still a thing?
I don't know.
Yeah. No, Vintage Story started as a Minecraft mod. It was called
I want to say Terra Firma Craft.
Terra Firma Craft, yeah. And then they went and basically made their own game, basically. It is written in C#, if I recall correctly.
From what I remember, the developer actually worked a bit on Hytale before starting Vintage. But I will admit, I could potentially be wrong with that.
I don't know what they worked on before they started doing Vintage Stories, so I'm no use there. But yeah, I know Vintage Story started as a Minecraft mod, Terra Firma Craft, and then I think they got tired of the having to practically rewrite the freaking mod practically every update.
Yeah, I'd get sick of that too.
So they're like, okay, we're just gonna make our own game.
Alright, let's make the knife blade that we're gonna need. And a new shovel head. I admit part of the reason for this stream at the moment is I was overdue by a day for doing a stream. I'm trying at the moment to get at least once every 3 days. My last stream was 4 days ago. And I just messed up there, god damn it. But there's water on 3 sides, so that will fill in. I'm glad I learnt that mechanic.
What's that?
Vintage Stories water physics. If there's water on 3 sides of a spot that's been filled in, be it accidentally or otherwise, it will create a new source block.
So it's 3 instead of 2.
Yeah.
Minecraft is too.
No, I learnt that from, I want to say, watching a Kurzar video. Because if I remember rightly, they created a oasis in a desert using that method. Hey, I'm not ashamed to point out when I've learnt things from watching others. I sure as hell I've learnt a lot from watching Morathi play various games.
Bradley's good at freaking things.
Yeah. That won't fill out. Huh. It did fill out. Okay.
But then so's good. So's Gutter. Gutter's good.
I break things on occasion. Sometimes I intentionally go out of my way to break things. Sometimes I don't.
Sometimes it's fun to break things.
Sometimes it's fun to hear people ask, how'd you do that? How'd you get over there? And just watch and listen to them and go on confusion when you just tell them you climbed. I've done that more than once. Right. I need a granite stone. So I've learnt I can do this. Use a different stone than flint to smash flint.
You tried any of the sightseeing log in 14?
A couple of times. I didn't do much, mostly because I was focusing on other things.
I started doing it the other day, and there's some frustrating ones.
I bet. At least they have an indicator of roughly where they are these days.
Yeah, that everything, Heavensward and beyond, it has an indicator where they are. Whereas before, the only indicator was a message in text saying you're on the spot or you're not on the spot.
Yeah, I was more meaning the old way of you get a vague description of where you need to go, and then you have to figure it out from there.
You still get a vague description of where you need to go, but as soon as you figure it out, there's a marker there that shows you exactly where you need to stand.
Yeah. Right. This should do for a simple farm. With a little bit of crop rotation allowed. I just need to make it so that creatures can't get into it.
Like, I've got 2 characters that I've been playing regularly. One of them's been working on Heavensward, not Heavensward, Endwalker, and the other is working on Shadowbringers. I
Yeah.
finished the main story for Endwalker,
Oh, yeah.
and by far it is my favorite of the stories so far. The other character, I'm up to like the last big plot point. I'm by no means done with it, but really close. The only problem I've got right now is
I'm doing okay, Hunter Plays. I hope you're doing well as well. Brain. I can English, I swear. I can follow a proper structured language
are you
most
sure?
of the time. The hell? Did I just see a crab? Wait, vintage story added crabs? I did see a crab. I don't know whether that's added by a mod or by vintage story, but... Crab. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Okay, primitive survival added the crab. Get back here, crab. Crab meat. I don't have an axe. I was about to make firewood. But then I didn't have an axe. Brain. Hey, crab meat is tasty. I just don't get to have it very often. I mean, it's just like me getting distracted by robots in Space Engineers the other week. Did it prove anything besides the fact that I'm easily distractible? No.
I mean, you are a fox after all.
Cool. I should probably make a fish trap at some point, but... That involves effort. I mean, what? Right. Let's do. There we go. We have a weir trap to catch fish. Is it going to be efficient? Probably not. But is it some form of food automated? Kinda. Okay. I don't think I'll be growing cassava. Or rice, potentially. Because 9C at the moment. Don't know what the average temperature in this area is going to be for growth time. Eight, 7. Yeah, not growing rice. It would get temperature damaged. I should probably prepare for having drifters and such spawning. More specifically the boathorn, but boathorns suck. Okay. I don't know where you got horn from, but I suppose the accent can be a bit difficult to decipher at times. Best way I can put it, the boathorn are living ballista. Unfortunately, while I'm shredding this area, I probably should get clippings of the two things that I'm about to destroy. Hi, Terry. No, Naria, I said Bowtorn. Right. We should probably check in on our fish trap shortly. Likelihood of it having caught anything, slim to none. That's a long drop.
Looks like fun.
I'm not jumping down there.
Come on, where's your sense of adventure?
I like my legs intact. That's where my sense of adventure is. Wanting my legs intact. And let's not get us started on the spider-like shivers. You know, Duck, you just might be in the wrong place at the right time. What? I need food. I'm about to starve.
Doc?
Why won't it harvest? There we go. Yeah, no, I'm bad at throwing those. I'll just stab it instead.
You're so mean to those poor ducks.
I only got one piece of... meat out of the two. I feel ripped off. No, wrong button. Go, I can move between those easily enough. Cool. There we go. We've got a way in, way out. Hmm. Hey, turnips. Place that there for the moment. This. Yeah, we'll go with that. Stay there for the moment. I'm not going to be doing a lot of the cutting of grass I'm going to need for that at the moment. I should actually. Yes, it does remind me a little bit of Eco from what I played. Not that I played all that much. I was mostly building pathways between locations. Eh, there'll be enough clay for the moment. I could probably build a bridge or something here to make it easier, but that takes time and resources. Let's see. I'm going to want at least one of those, which means I want one of those. I'm going to need some of those. Do 2 lots of those. Some cooking pots. Some crocks. Crucible. Some ingot molds. A hammer mold. Pickaxe mold. And the Propic. am really bad at placing those. I mean, it could be worse, but still. Why I'm doing the beehive first when we don't know where any bees are, because then I can get it set up in place and not have to worry about it. There we go, that's that done. Discord's doing the dumb thing again, telling me that it's switched back to the output it's supposed to be on. Habwa. So, I sent feedback to YouTube about their new UI and how, with the way that they've made it so large, it makes me feel like they're implying that I am vision impaired. Well, my specific wording was basically telling them that their choice to make it so large makes it seem like they're trying to say all of their viewers are vision impaired. Going from having 6 videos across 4 deep to 3 across 2 deep is really annoying, especially when they're loading the new videos when you scroll down, often fails to work. Yeah, I know I'm complaining a little bit.
It's fine.
You know, I hadn't realized I'd been at this for almost 2 hours until I looked over to my
Okay.
left. I mean, I get that they don't want to be sending as much data, but they're still going to send overall the same amount of data because you're scrolling down and loading new videos. Or actually, you're scrolling down and it's failing to load new videos.
Okay, so is this a mod that you've got here for the
Yeah, it's
remote
Napster.
stuff?
It's I've been getting a bit of RSI on my wrist, so it just helps with that.
I don't. I'm not objecting to it. I think it's a great idea. It's just interesting to see this process going really fast instead of it being tedious as hell like it usually is.
Yep. I mean, I still generally try to switch over to duplicate layer when it's the same layer underneath. Did I tell you that I got new discs, Gizzers?
Disc?
I got a new desk.
No, you hadn't said you had a new desk.
Yeah, I have a corner desk now. A new location, and my audio is... Well, my visual setup is smoother, at least for me. But it is also more awkward to sit at. Because I can't take the arms of my chair off, so I can't get in as close as I really should to my desk.
I mean, I've got a corner desk as well. The thing that makes it awkward for me is my computer sometimes gets in the way.
Yeah, mine's sitting on the desk off to the side.
No, I refuse to have mine on a table. Simply because it's a bad thing for spinning disk drives, of which I have 2.
Fair. That is entirely understandable. Funnily enough, one of the things I noticed with when I've been streaming RimWorld and I've had the RSI issues, I quite often just stop in one point of the screen and just rotate my wrist and all that to help get rid of the tension there, or try to remove the pain. And sometimes I'm just sitting on the same screen for upwards of 5 minutes watching the people run around. Which is why I got the camera mod I did, because it allows me to zoom out more. It covers more of an area for people to see.
Need to get a new doctor and see them about my elbow.
Sounds issuey.
I have this lovely condition. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Ulnar tunnel?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so you know when you hit your elbow on something and you get that zing in your arm?
Yeah.
That's ulnar tunnel, or that's the ulnar tunnel that you hit. The ulnar nerve runs from your shoulder, from your neck across your shoulder, down through your elbow, and to the tip of your pinky. Well, with ulnar tunnel, that tunnel is pinched.
Ooh.
And So basically, my pinky and half of the ring finger are numb all the time.
That is unfortunate.
And yeah, it's very irritating. Um, and it I have the problem of as a result, um, I'm losing strength in my left hand, so where the ulnar tunnel is. Um, so yeah, I need to get it looked at. I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna have to have surgery on it to open that tunnel up, kind of like what they do with carpal tunnel, except that it's in your elbow instead of in your wrist.
Yep.
Which I can tell you, yeah, if that's the case, if I do end up having surgery, it's going to make sleeping interesting. Because I sleep on my left side.
Oh, yeah. That would be rather interesting. There were some mushrooms over here that we can harvest. And I got distracted by doing clay forming. I was supposed to go till some soil. The door broke. Of course the door broke. I'm planting the rice, planting the flax.
Definitely need to hydrate.
Indeed. Hey, Sarge. I shall hydrate. I have a small bottle of water that I froze that I'm using to make my other drink last longer.
Mm-hmm.
So this point is just drinking that. Then add the other drink to the ice water, or to the ice, and go from there. I'm doing pretty well for a change. Still shocking at myself at how focused I've been getting into the game and talking. But it could be worse. Hop, 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 hop. Okay. These. This is the carrots and the flax. Place the flax down this side. Because we don't have that many carrots. Just do that. P, N, and N. I'm going to want to make sure that the turnips are planted because They're the ones that are probably going to grow the quickest. Just smash out as much of this grass. Turnips, cabbages, place the rye, and the spelt. And we only have onion seeds left to plant. But I'm still going to till all the areas that we need tilled. At least now we have the farm going and should be able to feed ourselves a bit better in the future. This is pretty much dead anyway. It can go in the water. I really didn't think I'd be able to do that. The duck was so focused on eating, it didn't see the spear coming. Ooh. More flags. What creature are we facing over here? One that can obviously run away. So I'm thinking it's probably a fox. I don't like that red one, that red icon just up ahead, but what's the worst that can happen? It's probably a beer. That's a beer. Yeah, we're not messing with that.
What, you don't want a beer?
No, no, I do not. Right. Let's go plant these 2 flax seeds we got. I keep thinking that's an actual door, but it's not. Grabs a fair amount of this. Okay. There are ducklings over there. We're going to leave those ones alone. Just going to grab some more cattails to make another basket to place down. So that I can empty inventory and a bit more and go get a fair amount of logs. And some more clay. Provided that beer is not anywhere near the buy. deforestation time, and time to potentially see if we can find some more trees with hollows in them. Because who doesn't like free loot? Dang it, the bitter bullets, not the other ones. Oh, more linden log. Alright, as there's an ad happening on the channel, I am going to quickly get up, stretch, and take a quick bio break. Radio, I am back, and let's continue with our slow but efficient deforestation efforts. Now, this is probably just going to break the stump. No, it did the entire tree. Okay, cool. How about normally I'd be just throwing the canes out, but we can use them for wattle fences. Amongst other things. Oh, no, witch's hat. Yes, that is edible. Not sure I'd want to eat something called a witch's hat, but it's edible. What about you, Skizzers? Would you want to eat a mushroom called a witch's hat?
Not really. I'm not much of a mushroom fan to begin with, but, you know.
Fair enough. Oh. Darken. Why? Why darken? Welcome, raiders. I'm just going to move to a safe spot.
Surprised?
Fair enough, that is a good enough answer. But welcome, raiders. I'm Feeder Fox, trans streamer from New Zealand. I play games that catch my fancy, games with friends, games with Twitch integration. And currently today we are playing Vintage Story. And not doing a very good job at it. I hope you enjoyed Darken's stream of Borderlands 4. I know I did for what little I caught of it.
What's he playing?
They were playing Borderlands 4.
Oh, BO4, okay.
Admittedly, my machine probably would not be able to run that any faster than a potato.
I mean, have they fixed a lot of the bugs?
Even if they fixed a lot of the bugs.
Well, I'm saying, referring to your computer's issue, I was more wondering if they've fixed a lot of the bugs that was causing people to refund the game.
I honestly don't know if they have or haven't. But I am tempted to... Well, I am planning on doing a Borderlands playthrough of the games that I have. And I just need to remember what kind of chronological order they go in. Besides 1, 2, and 3, I need to remember where pre-sequel fits in, and yeah.
That's from Birdland is after 2, I believe. Pre-sequels before 1.
yeah, like, I know I'd love to be able to say, oh, I'm going to play Borderlands 3, but considering my computer is also having some thermal throttling of the CPU that is also sometimes going to blue screening because of it, my CPU's
Sounds
dying.
like you need new paste.
I hate admitting it, but my CPU's dying.
Well, either it's dying or you need new paste.
I've put new paste on it recently.
Okay. Then, yeah, it sounds like it is dying. Please tell me it wasn't a 13th or 14th gen Intel.
No. First gen Ryzen 7.
Ah,
1500X. The reason I know that is someone asked me the exact same question recently. Okay, cool. I will have to remember that, but shouldn't be too hard. I say that, but my memory is also not the greatest. And go. Let's throw this firewood into the pit. That we're going to turn into charcoal. How much more wood do we have in here? Another thing of poplar logs, which is another of that. Almost full pine. Almost full birch. Okay. I enjoyed what little of Tiny Tina's I played, but it felt a bit off towards the rest of the series. Is that a bad thing? Not necessarily. Okay. You need one more lot of this. And we need the dirt. And to not do that. And there we go, we've got charcoal cooking. And we caught a fish. And we didn't get any eggs from that, so we can't throw that into revitalize the fish population. For what they were working on with Tiny Tina's, the D&D nostalgia and such, it works for that. It works for the people that didn't want to give up Roland. Alright. Time to go looking for some more copper. Which unfortunately means we need to run past Smokey. Wherever Smokey ended up.
Wherever you left it.
There's Smokey up on the side there. Right, I forgot I added that mod. I was wondering why there was a woolly mammoth up there. I mean, for an attempt to diversify their audience, it was fairly successful. Even if the main a lot of the main audience wasn't too keen on the game. Hello. Hello. I did not expect to find a tree hollow here. Spelt seeds. Amaranth. Carrot, oak, flax. Crystallized chunk of tin. Onion. A copper wrench. And spelt seeds. And more gold. More peanut seeds. And sunflower seeds. Okay. That was definitely not what I was expecting. Especially seeing as I started on this run that I'm probably going to have to cut short now to find copper. But finding resin is not too bad either. Like, if I'm just thinking on it, I'm probably going to start doing the Borderlands stuff next week. Again, no guarantee that I'll be good at it, but as long as I'm trying to have fun, right?
All that matters.
Like, don't get me wrong, streaming can be mentally draining, but I enjoy doing it. Ooh, a mango. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. I turned a corner. There was a bear.
We'll drink it then.
I don't drink beer. It makes me sick.
Well, I mean, honestly, I can't blame you.
Alright. Oh, okay, I have no idea what this is used for, but, okay. We have an ethereal gear. Alright, let's continue running around and trying to find more copper bits. Let's hope we don't run into Smokey again.
But
Rather-
Smokey just wants a hug.
Yeah, but that hug involves claws.
Involves what?
Claws.
Well, yeah. They can't retract the claws. They're not a cat.
Yeah, those claws can tear a person apart.
Well, if you just give it the hug it wants, then maybe it won't tear you apart.
I would make a pan and pan for stuff, but I kinda don't know what I did, but my panning is broken. God damn it, Smokey. There goes my torch. frag it. The copper can stay down there. Well, the copper wrench, I should say. You know, that was not what I was expecting to do. But hey, I fought Smokey and Smokey lost. And now I need a fire starter to turn my, well, to get my torch back. You know, that was entirely my own fault. I wasn't paying attention. But, well, I beat Smokey in the end. Even if I had to cheese it by fighting Smokey in the water. Orange oak bullet. That's edible. So if I absolutely need to, I know where there's some edible mushrooms in this forest. Oh, I know what this is. That's not going to be fun. That's a dungeon ruin. Now, I know this is probably... That's another beer. I'd rather not fight another beer. Especially when I don't have the aquatic advantage. Okay, earth balls are poisonous. Good to know. Boy. Now. Oh, I don't even have stuff to make another spear. Especially seeing as I seem to be surrounded by bears.
You and your beers, I swear.
Yes, I know I put it. I know I put too much emphasis on the S of beers, and it bugs me. Makes it sound more like the drink than the animal.
No, it's the Kiwi accent and EA. And yeah.
You should be safe to head this way. I say should because, well, we were supposed to be safe before, then the black bear attacked. Alright, what do we have in here? Sticks and an aged law book. Don't care. Well, I care about the sticks because the aged torch holder. Yes, please. And that ruins my food. Translocator. Well, it ruins the slot I had set aside for holding food, I should say. Way to go. I should not climb things with the one thing I want to keep. Oh, another one. And a collapsed chest that has nothing in it. We're going to throw the peanut seeds. Okay. I have no idea how we're going to get back to the shack without dying, but
Very carefully.
yeah. I mean, at least the diet is kinda good. Fruit, vegetable at the highest. We've got some protein, some grain in there. Okay, cool. It is in granite. I probably shouldn't be running, but it's a hard habit to break. My luck is not being very good when it comes to finding copper. Or at least copper I can use.
I blame Marathi.
I mean, for all I know, someone's come through this world before me. Not literally, but metaphorically. Okay, I found one. I need something like a 10 at base, 24 more. That gets me the hammer and the pickaxe. Hopla. Wrong button. Do, 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 do. Just quickly do a thing. Cool. My log had kind of paused, which is not a good thing. Okay, so this is where we want to come if we want goats. Got it. That looks to be brown sedge, which when we cut turns to dried grass. But we do have a new trader. And I don't think they have anything we can acquire. Marco the luxury goods merchant. Yeah, no, we can't acquire any of your stuff. We are probably going to end up swimming our way back home.
Make a boat?
That would imply we have the stuff to make a boat on us. You know what? There is something I can potentially do here. That will make this a lot easier. Well, not exactly a lot easier, but somewhat easier. I just need to get 24 of these. If I want to make a raft, I need 30. If I want to do both options, I need 54. We'll see how much we get from this. $31, $32. $33. Not quite enough, but well, for one option. But enough for the option I'm going with. I'll put a basket on my back. There we go. I have inventory space again. And there's more cattails. So let's make the rope we need to be able to make the raft. After we try to steal some more seeds. Making a raft will definitely make it easier to get back and easier to explore a bit more. There's the 5 ropes that we will need. Though we will need to cut some more trees. Okay, that gives that. I'm not certain if it's in conglomerate. No, there's copper there. Cool. Well, cutting that stump was useless, but oh well. That should be everything we need for the raft base itself. We need one more pine log. If I remember rightly, there's the crew door. Here we go. Copper. Did I see a bit over here? No. Ow. That's a forage vessel. Could potentially have nothing I want. Aside from the book. Should probably use the poultice. Words. Okay, that was just a loop around. Right, where could this copper be? Almond mushrooms. Edible. Funeral bell, definitely not edible. Not with a name like that. Hapada. It's probably not the most effective way to be looking for it, but oh well. Knowing our luck, would probably find a whole bunch of copper up on that hill. I just realised I have not done something on this side of things. Is that done?
Okay, well, I think I'm gonna take off. I'm having a hard time staying awake.
That's okay.
We'll talk to you another time.
Fair enough.
Have a good stream.
Always try to. Mina. Hawa! Hey Cosmic, how you doing? Having a good, I want to say, evening? I could be wrong, but time zones are weird. That's understandable. I mean, I started today off technically by not being able to sleep, but I got there. I say I got there, I mean, I'm here. Taking it one step at a time. I fear that's all we can really do. Ow. I totally deserved that bite. Hop, 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 hop. Come on. Just need one more piece of copper. Well, technically I need 21 more pieces, but still. I almost ran right past that. Now I only need 16 and I've got enough to start cracking open underground deposits. Oh hey, a trader. I'm gonna call him Joe until we find his name out. Loon. Okay. Trader Loon, the survival goods trader. pomegranate. Pumpkin seeds. I guess we can deal with the pumpkin seeds. Kapok. That can go right there. Puffball mushrooms, yay, more edible mushrooms. I see something in the distance that I'm not sure whether I want to approach or not. But we're going to approach it anyway. Look at them do the leggy. Look at them do the steppy. Look at them. Such a majestic creature. I just want to pet it. Okay. This is looking rather pointy. Dang it. Okay, there's a bowl there. Abacus. Anything interesting in here? Nope. Hapa. Okay, so we are pretty much on the other side of this island to home. So I guess we're just going to continue running around and getting into trouble and looking for copper. We are finding lead. We don't want lead at the moment. Okay, conglomerate. There we go. That looks like a reasonable chunk of copper and lead from the looks of it. Okay, we almost have enough copper pieces. I'm fairly certain that was a moose I just saw. Alright, we're going to run this way and hopefully we come across a tiny bit more copper. I say a tiny bit, but we come across a rather large chunk. That's more than enough copper than we needed. Brown coal. Only because that spear was practically dead was the reason I threw it. We still have our backup. Well, even if we hadn't have made a charcoal pit, we'd definitely be able to smelt up the copper now. So let's see, we've got a forest to run through. That's going to be dangerous. And we need to eat. Right. Time to run through this forest and hopefully Smokey or one of Smokey's cousins don't notice us. Hello? What's this? Danger, that's what this is. Because that thing we didn't want to happen kinda just happened. Thank you, lump of fat. We needed that. Beanade. I hardly doubt it's going to do anything to Smokey, but we have a thing on our back. We can place it on the ground real quick. We can come over here, take our axe, and we broke it instead of grabbing it. My bad. We want that. That can go in that corner over there. And now we take this chest and stick it on our back. Let's see. Leather braces, we can wear them. The blackguard leggings we'll keep. These 2 books we will quickly read and then leave on the ground for the next traveller to come through here. Why I'm grabbing the bone, I'm not entirely sure at the moment, but probably to just go bone pile. Then we threw those in there. Reading glasses, why not? Level 2 in survival. We'll take long rest, long life brain. I swear I can not butcher the English language. Okay, what's up here? Anything? Nope. Cool. Well, we've got a fair amount of the aged torch holders, and there's a trader nearby. But they're probably not going to provide any cover for if the bear decides to... Oh god. That's not good. That's not good. Aram, why did you sit up so close to that? Says there's locusts here. I don't see the locusts. That's not good. It lit up like there's locusts here. I'm taking that. Temporal gear. Temporal gear. Now I just need to make it back to base. That changes my respawn point. We may still be on the wrong side of the island, but we're doing this the safe way. Or at least trying to. I should actually pour my drink before we get too far. I don't know how lucky I am with finding that just then. But holy hell. I feel like I got lucky. Habwa. Right. What's going to be the best way to get there? Run through the forest again? Or continue this part, way, sail, well, raft around? What's going to be the most entertaining? Not that. I'm sorry. Everything just got dark. We are going the long way. We are going the long way. I hit the wrong button. It was a dark and spooky night, and I was rafting. Oh, and now monsters can spawn, including the Botorn, which are walking ballista, and they hurt. Right, what creature is this sitting over there? That's a black bear. We're not messing with him. He big, mean, and scary. Even if I have butchered one of his friends recently. Get back. I'm gonna have to do some clay forming, and then I'm gonna have to cut a whole bunch of grass, find a whole bunch of sticks, and light some pit kilns. It could be worse. Gonna do the dumb thing. Time to run in the dark. And hope I don't have to climb a mountain. Plague Doctor Boss, thank you for the follow and welcome to the Outpost in the Mill of Chaos and Mayhem. We hope you enjoy your stay. Someone ate the mess hall. I don't know where it went. Wait, no, that's around the wrong way. I don't know where the mess hall went. I assume someone ate it. Remember, the future is a cold, dark, and scary place until the sun rises. Then it's a cold, light, and scary place. Yeah, charcoal pit's finished. And now I'm starving. Okay, we're gonna eat some fat. Not the most healthy thing for us to eat, but no food in there. And the door broke. Of course the door broke. Let's get the sunlight up and find some food. Okay. First stop for checking food. Trap is empty. Second stop. Nothing's growing. Time to find some berry bushes. Check see if they've got stuff on them. That tree's growing. Those turnips haven't grown. Nope, 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 nope. You're flowering. Those are all empty or flowering. Yes, berries. Ivy vine. No, that's poisonous. Marazon. I believe that's poisonous, but we'll just double check. Minus 24 health. Yeah, it's definitely poisonous. Okay, 1, 2, 3. It may take a while for these to become viable once I've done clipping them and planting them, but more food in this area. Sure, it might attract the bears, but I don't know. But sadly, I am going to have to end it here for today. I am starting to fade rapidly. My attention is drifting, in other words. So let's see who we can go raid. You know what? We're going to go raid someone who is playing Power Wash Simulator, because why not? Here is our raid message. Thank you all for tuning in. I should hopefully be live again in the next 3 days. I'm not sure what day, but I am aiming for... Actually, we're going to go raid a bat friend. Yep. They're playing demos, but yeah. Take it easy, have a good one, and see you next time.